Yes, aunty, and live start chesa.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Neema. Namaste, Masters. We welcome you to the session of messages from 40 Masters. These messages are 40 from 40 Masters received by Master C.Aruna, a great and a wonderful pyramid master who has taken these messages in the form of auto writing. And we have already heard messages from 27 masters, and now this message is the 28th one, given by the great master Bali Chakravarthi. So this message was received by Master C.Aruna from Master Bali Chakravarthi. He is called Bali Chakravarthi because he was a king, and in the ancient times it was supposed to be said that there are two groups on earth planet, and uh, not only earth, actually, in those times I think everything, all the beings on earth used to be they used to travel in the physical form to different dimensions, I believe. I'm not sure about it, but whatever it might be, here we will take the essence, like there are two groups, gods and demons. So there was a fight between gods and demons because they belong to two different groups, classes. That means they used to be considered as celestial beings only at that time, and because they have different set of principles. Both are not. That means demons are also. It's not like they are totally evil. They used to follow many practices of penance, meditation, bhakti, everything. They used to pray God, and they used to get boons. So it is like this at that time. And but there were many differences between God, the group of gods, and the demons. So we have heard about Master Prahlada previously in the message given by Master Hiranyakashipu. So he was an incarnation of Master Ravana, one of the incarnations of Master Ravana on this earth planet. And we have already heard this history, and we will not go into that history. But right now, the thing is, Master Bali Chakravarthi is the grandson of Master Hiranyakashipu. And Hiranyakashipu's son was Master Prahlada, the great devotee of Mahavishnu, the Lord Narayana. So Hiranyakashipu was strongly against Lord Narayana, and his son Prahlada was a great devotee to come and rescue this great devotee, Master Narayana, and took an avatar of Nrsimha Swami, Lord Nrsimha, and he saved Prahlada, who is the devotee of Lord Narayana. Lord Narasimha is an avatar of Lord Narayana, and when Prahlada established this type of bhakti in the kingdom after his father, because after Master Narayana comes and kills Hiranyakashipu for his misdeeds, and there are a lot of misdeeds, a lot of violence created by Hiranyakashipu on this earth planet. So he had to end his life of Hiranyakashipu. And after that, when Prahlada became the king, uh, all the kingdom was under his rule, and they were all following dharma, good deeds, and they were all following this praying to Lord Narayana, and they have become more principled, and they have become, and the people became more inclined towards dharma. That means the righteous behavior, we can say dharma. In English, we can say that whatever it is righteous, they used to follow. They didn't follow any unrighteous things, like when they used to be under the rule of Hiranyakashipu. So Hiranyakashipu is we can consider him as the starting first ruler of this demons, who are being called as Daityas, and Devas and Daityas, to be told in Sanskrit, then most most ancient and most revered language, Sanskrit. And in that Sanskrit language, Daityas and Devas. So we can call them as gods and demons in English, to better understand it. And after Hiranyakashipu went away and Prahlada has come, more righteous living was being followed, more dharma was followed, and subsequently Bali Chakravarti, that means this Mahabali, when he came into rule, he also followed his grandfather, Prahlada, and Prahlada's son was Virochana, and Virochana's son was Bali Chakravarti, Mahabali. So he used to stick to this righteous living. But when he was absent, it so happened that Devas attacked Daityas, that means gods, took away some much of the property of the demons, and for that reason Mahabali took a decision that he will perform an Ashwamedha Yaga. That means it is a yajna. It is a ritual where uh, the kings occupy different places, and they fight, and they win over that particular kingdom, and they become the emperor. They keep on expanding their kingdom. So he got that mm, feeling and aggression to dominate and occupy everything, because he was uh, angry upon that deeds of the gods, because they have not done it properly. That's what he thought, and he kept on occupying. And it happened so that if he's encouraged to behave like that, if he's encouraged to continue in the same way, he might become very, very powerful, and this is not good for the well-being of the universe. So the gods and the king of gods, Indra, Lord Indra, went to Mahavishnu. That's what is told in internet, but whatever it might be, Lord Vishnu or Lord Narayana, he's also called Lord Vishnu. So he being the everything, he being the creator, and he being the balancer, everything of this total universe, he had the responsibility to uh, save the righteousness on this three in all the dimensions, so because Bali Chakravarti was expanding, and this master Bali was expanding himself in all the worlds. So uh, that is the reason he had to take some action. So in the meanwhile, it happens so that uh, there was a rishi called Kashyapa. That means rishi means he's a great master, a meditator, uh, who acquires wisdom of the soul by doing lot of meditation. And so the Rishi Kashyapa and his wife Aditi, they were great masters, and they penance a lot, they meditated a lot, and Lord Vishnu gives them a boon that he would come as a child to them. So he takes birth, Lord Vishnu takes birth, comes to those parents, Kashyapa and Aditi, and to them he is born as a child, and Lord Vishnu was named as Vamana. Okay, then Vamana was growing up, and in that Rishi culture, in that Brahman culture, there is some ceremony in which a thread is put on that young boy. There is a ritual performed, and after that ritual, because in that ritual Brahmopadesam, that means the soul knowledge is being given to that particular child who is born in the Brahman family. So in that way, there is a ritual performed, and that ceremony is performed, and he gets that Brahmopadesam, the boy named Vamana, and he is the avatara of Mahavishnu or Lord Narayana. He has taken that avatar. Initially, it appears to be as a regular birth of a child, but he is an avatar because he has come to save and protect and balance the righteousness in all the dimensions, actually. So now this Bali Chakravarti is expanding himself. So it is not a good thing to do anything in an unrighteous way, because there's a limit for everything. So, so as Patriji also says, Madhya Marga, that means middle path. He also always says that we have to understand how to become balanced. We have to balance the physical, materialistic life and the spiritual life. We have to strike a balance. That's what meditation gives us, that knowledge. But here, though Bali Chakravarti is a great master, used to follow dharma. He was a devotee of Lord Narayana, great devotee, in fact, of Lord Narayana, and he believes in following dharma, the righteous path. But because of some triggers, he went into that process of expansion, and in a very unusual way, in a very abnormal way, and to control that behavior of that unrighteous way, Lord Vamana, Lord Narayana took an avatar of Vamana, and as a little boy, he comes to Bali Chakravarti, the king Bali, King Mahabali. Chakravarti means king. So the emperor, we can say. So King Bali was performing a ritual where there are many things happening in that ritual. In that, one of the primary thing is, whenever a ritual happens, they give dana. That means they give some money. I don't know I'm not getting the word in English, but danam means it is a it is an offering given to Brahmins. So in those days, Brahmins are treated as the highest category. They were revered because they had that Brahma Jnanam. That means they had that soul knowledge because of their practices and learnings. And they used to learn and get a great grip over Vedas, Upanishads. All these are the essence of the soul knowledge, essence of the knowledge of the whole creation. So over that they had command. So Brahman means not according to the class or anything, but according to the wisdom they have, according to the realization they have about their soul, about their self. So, the Brahman is revered a lot in those days, and he used to give the highest portion when some rituals are performed, and he was offered many gifts, and whatever they asked, the kings and the emperors used to give away everything. So this little boy came to Bali, and Bali was very impressed looking at the boy, Vamana, and he just goes to him, and his heart is melted seeing that boy's aura, and he says that, what gifts can I offer you? Please tell me. I will give whatever you want, because he is already the devotee of Lord Narayana, Bali. And though apparently or physically he couldn't identify that he is Narayana, but he was attracted. His heart was connected to that Vamana Avatara, the form in which Lord Narayana has come, and he bows down to him and humbly asks him, what can I do for you? Then Vamana says that, please give me three steps. That means one step, two step, and three steps, according to his foot size. So this little boy is asking for three steps. He says, is that danam to be given? Is that a gift? You should ask for more. Why are you asking this? This is not considered to be a gift at all, in my opinion. So you ask for more. Then Vamana says, no, I'm a brahmachari. That means I follow celibacy. I'm a celibate, and that means brahmachari means, the person we have actually considered celibacy in a different way. But a brahmachari means a person who realized that Brahman in each and every particle, who realize that I am that, and Aham Brahmasmi. All the great grand sayings which are there, Mahavakyas we call, they have understood that from their inner consciousness. They realized with their self-realization process, through their meditation practices, through their great readings and great uh, reading great knowledge and receiving great knowledge from great gurus and masters. So they have that total realization. They are enlightened souls. So the person who has that wisdom is called brahmachari. That's what I understood from my seniors. So here Vamana Avatara, that means Lord Narayana in the Vamana Avatara form, in the Vamana form. He says that I'm satisfied with these three steps. I don't need more, because there is no end to that wantingness. If a person is in greed, or if a person is in lot of desire, if we give whole of the universe to him, then also he's not satisfied. But as a brahmachari, I'm satisfied with these three steps. Here Lord Narayana, as a master, he's teaching to Bali Chakravarthi. He's making him realize that what you have forgotten is being contented, being in contentment. And so you have everything, but you are again and again going and occupying everything. There is no contentment. That's what a teaching was being done by a master to a student. So, okay, Bali Chakravarti says, the king Bali says that, okay, you take three steps, I'll give it to you. So, as and when he gets ready, Bali Chakravarti, to give that gift to him, or danam to him. So Shukracharya, the master of Bali Chakravarti, and he's a guru of, he's a master of those daityas. That means those demons, and he used to advise King Bali in everything, in administrating the kingdoms. So he wants Bali not to give him dana, take back his word, because he realizes that Vamana, little boy, is that Lord Narayana who is in disguise. He's not the little boy, but the Lord Narayana himself has come and to end King Bali's, Emperor Bali's life. So he understood and he wants. And what Bali says is, a word is given is given. I won't take it back. If he is Lord Narayana, I am the luckiest person on here existing, because I am becoming the giver to the great Lord Narayana. Here I am becoming the giver. And from then onwards, when Bali gave those 3 steps to Lord Narayana, from then onwards, people started realizing that whenever we donate something, give something, we should realize that we are giving the donation to the Lord Himself. We are not greater when we give. We should give in humbleness. So we should become so very humble, like Bali did. So whenever we give, that's the thing people learned after this Bali Chakravartis. Um, there are many yugas passed away, but from then onwards, from that age-old time, uh, all have learned the lesson that whenever a guest comes to you, we treat him as the God, and we give everything. We serve him like God, and whenever we donate, we do that in the form that we are giving our reverence, showing our reverence to God Himself. So who are we to give anything to God, the Almighty? So we are learning that humbleness over there from Bali. And now coming back to the story, when Bali decides to give those 3 steps, what happens is Vamana expands and expands. The little boy expands his size in such a way that one step he puts all over the earth planet, and the other step he puts in the sky. His step occupies all of the sky. 2 steps he has finished, and the third step is left. And Bali has no other alternative, because he has to keep up to his word. So he gives his head. He puts his head underneath the foot of that Vamana Avtara, Lord Narayana, and he says that I have nothing with me. Now the third step you put on my head. This is all I have. And he knows that he is going to die, but he happily sacrifices himself. And he understood, and he realized that he whatever is not righteous, that is being told, and he's learning that lesson, and he happily and humbly learns his lesson from his master. And afterwards, the gods, the Brahma, we call in Hindu mythology, Lord Brahma, who is considered to be the creator in Hindu mythology, he asked Lord Vishnu, you always protect your devotees. Then here Bali has kept his word, and he sacrificed himself, uh, gave away everything to you. Then how will you now protect him? So Lord Vishnu, Lord Narayana, in the avatara, in the form of Vamana, says that in the coming yugas, in the coming time, he will become the king of all the gods, all the heaven, and like Indra, he will become the next Indra, the god of the king of the gods. So that's what he says, and he is offered a greater uh, powers and greater. He's gifted with lot of administrative powers to maintain the balance in this universe. That is the story in brief about Bali Chakravarti. Now I request you all to meditate for few minutes, so that we'll become very peaceful, and we will become very calm to receive the wonderful, wonderful message of Master Bali Chakravarthi in that silence. Thank you. I request Neelima to play the music. Last 2 minutes, masters. Last 10 seconds. I request you all to open your fingers of your palms and keep it on the face, on your eyes, and slowly open your eyes, looking at the fingers, and slowly come out of meditation. If anyone wants to continue the meditation, they can please continue. Let us be in silence for 30 seconds. I request everyone to hear to the message given by Master Bali Chakravarthi to Master C.Aruna in the form of auto writing. This is the 28th message of this book, and if it is comfortable for you, please close your eyes and listen to the message, dear friends. Because now we are getting connected with the consciousness of Bali Chakravarthi. Each and every word of in this message carries lot of wisdom. So we should get connected with our soul to that great master, with that great master. This message from Bali Chakravarthi, Master Bali, was given to Master C.Aruna on 29th July 1994 at 10:40 am. I was not only a meditator, but also a highly enlightened person by the time I ascended to the throne. My parents were great masters who guided me a lot, not only in administration matters, but also in my spiritual pursuit. Always, friends, please remember 2 points, 2 important facts. Number one, you have come here on a task, and the sooner you know the task, the better it is. So you can mold the results of the task. Besides this, our everyday life is a lesson. I would call a person a master if he can tell me a lesson every day, because this is how I become a great master by the time I was 20 years old. What were you at 20? Well, you all know for yourselves, don't you? So, by the age of 20, I discovered and utilized the potential of 100 years old to the maximum extent. The next important fact is number two. The moment your present task is over, you are to take charge of another environment, another life, and another higher world. Despite knowing the complete details of the next life, we still hold dearly to this present existence. See, friends, I was a great master. I knew so many things, yet when I knew I had to get out of this physical body, I kept on postponing it. I had the power to do it and I was using it, but please understand the stupidity. I ruled a lower world kingdom called Earth wonderfully, so my masters were giving me an opportunity to advance by asking me to take charge of a higher world and rule. But my stupid understanding was not going above the level of my kingdom. So what happened? A master had to ask me for my kingdom forcibly and kill me. That is, take me away from my physical dress, put me in a causal world dress, and then ask me to look after the administration there. And mind you, readers, I was so very obsessed with my physical body and the people of my kingdom who I did not want to leave. Do not ever stick permanently to one place. By doing so, you are stabbing the dynamic quality of growth with your own individual hands. Always go for change as and when it is offered to you, because the more you travel, the less you stick to one place and the less your obsession with a place or a set of people. Always feel the whole world as your place and tune your mind saying, all people are like me, although slight personality differences do exist. Now, I would like to reveal something about children dying at an early age and early adulthood. Always understand that these children are of high potential. They have left this world to do service in higher worlds where their potential and aptitudes are more necessary for their spiritual growth and the growth of humanity. Never repent at the death of anyone because they are only going to the next class and have finished their classes on earth. You come back to earth repeatedly if you do not learn your lessons in every situation and relationship. You can never afford to hold hatred against anyone because you have to come back to earth to learn lessons of love and compassion. So, suppose you can inculcate emotions of love and compassion towards everyone and do a little meditation. In that case, you too can become a Vishnu, the person who has conquered time and rests peacefully in bliss. That is my message for your book. I repeat this. Suppose you can inculcate emotions of love and compassion towards everyone and do a little meditation. In that case, you too can become a Vishnu, the person who has conquered time and rests peacefully in bliss. That is my message for your book. I have a few suggestions to make for your book. Please make it 30 masters because many masters eagerly intend to give their messages. Secondly, please provide a glossary of a few words with meanings in your way of understanding. Master Patri should do it. Friends, don't make your life only meditation oriented. Divide it into number one, reading books. Number two, discussing experiences and understanding. Number three, implementation of some or the other truth in your everyday life. Meditation is not the only thing that you all have come for. I know that some of you know your tasks, yet I request and want you to strictly adhere to the above three pins principles and also to become like what your master has become. Aruna, please give this message to all your meditator friends with best wishes and good luck, not only for your understanding, but for your advancement too. I will take leave now. Bye, friend. Master Aruna says, thank you very much, dear Master, for your message and suggestions, which we shall strictly follow. By the time Master C.Aruna received this message, it is 11:15 a.m. Let us be in silence for 30 seconds. I request you all to please come back if possible, if it's comfortable to you. And today there is yet another great message from a great master. And with this knowledge from a great enlightened master, we feel that fulfillment in our hearts, and we feel connected because we already know in our inner consciousness what is our path, why we have come to this earth. But the messages from masters like Bali Chakravarthi remind us and pull us back to the true path if we are being deviated by the Maya which we are surrounded by the desires which we are surrounded with on this earth planet, which is more of where we tend to get attracted more to the physical comforts and materialistic things. Here, the master urges us to understand, be in the materialistic world, fulfill our duties and responsibilities in that method where it is very practical on this earth planet. We can't leave everything and just meditate. He's urging us to do meditation, but understand our responsibilities, our dharmas, our righteous duties which we have to perform here in this incarnation. And he says that we all know why we have taken this incarnation, why we have taken this birth here at this time, at this point of time. We know our task very well. So we should connect to that purpose, and to connect with that purpose, we have to become calm, we have to become very grounded. As Bali Chakravarti did meditation, he is already a meditator. He was already enlightened by the time he was given the charge of a king or an emperor. He was also guided by his parents. His parents are also enlightened masters. But though he was enlightened, though he was filled with lot of wisdom, filled up with lot of wisdom, it so happened that he was deviated from his true path. He forgot that contentment is needed. So by his life, by his experiences, by his learnings, he is now guiding us or urging us to know our true path, to stick to our true path. And once our task, if we complete the task, and then we should move on to the other task. That also he is teaching us or sharing his wisdom with us, we tend to stick on to one thing, and we get attached to that thing, as he also did in his incarnation as Bali Chakravarthi. And what he did is, whatever responsibilities he took up in that incarnation, he excelled in that. He excelled. He did all his duties. But when it was time to move on to other plane, when his task was completed, he was still sticking up to the people around him, to the kingdom, and all those material things which are not permanent. And the master had to come and again make him realize his true path. And in that way, he was sent into the higher worlds with higher responsibilities. And as and when he realized that the truth which his master is teaching him, he humbly received the teaching, and he moved on to the other planes, and taking up higher responsibilities. And when our knowledge increases, when our wisdom increases, when we stick to our task which we have brought from the upper worlds or the other dimensions, then it means our incarnation is successful. So he's urging us not to forget our task. And he was speaking about children also, who die at the early age. And he is giving us the knowledge of death. Death is only, there is no death. That's what he wanted to explain to us. We should realize that from our inner consciousness, not just theoretically understanding, but when we be with masters, when we learn and listen to great masters, he is saying that your master, that means Patriji, now he has taught us everything. So he is urging us not only meditate, but he's urging us to do Sajjana Sangatyam, that means listening to the experiences of like-minded people with these kind of group discussions which we are doing now. And he's also urging us to be truthful and implement one single truth every day in our everyday life, day-to-day life. By doing all these things, we understand that we are not this body. We have come for a purpose, and we will leave this dress and take up wear another dress, like he was made to understand by Lord Narayana, his master, that you should leave this physical dress and wear that causal dress. So that knowledge, that wisdom, he's again sharing it to us, which he learned from his master and through his experiences in many incarnations, especially the incarnation of Bali, uh, which he underwent. And this is what he's saying. And he's saying that every day we should learn a lesson. That means by the age of 20, a person should be fully enlightened, because by learning one single lesson at least each day, when we attain the age of 20, it seems he has done it. By the age of 20, he gained the knowledge of a person who has lived 100 years. That much of knowledge he earned, it seems. But truthfully implementing what he learned in his day-to-day life. And his task is learning one lesson at least a day, each day one lesson, and implementing it, living that wisdom which we are receiving. That's what his sharing is for today. And I request my friends to share their experiences also, and their understandings also, so that everybody can learn from their wisdom. Thank you so much. Yes, Neelima.
Hi, Auntie.
Hi.
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful. Yet another beautiful session of yours. I can relate few things of also the previous message by Master Harishchandra.
Yes.
Both Bali Chakravarthi and Master Harishchandra, I feel like so much of relevance that we can be learning.
Yes.
And coincidentally, we have also been speaking about the death, which
Yes.
is the beautiful topic that even we discussed in the last time. And it is always, always like there's a lot to learn. And what even I have understood from this thing, like his very skilled at his administration, and though he learned quite a lot from his ancestors, like from his parents, everyone, he was keep on doing of what he believed, which means he was completely grounded and completely devoted to his path of what he has learned and discipline, and he believed totally in his virtues. So there was quite a lot when we listen about the great journeys of these masters, of how they even have become the master, right from the childhood, right from the womb, how they start to listen, how they start to progress in their journey, and how they pioneered. And yes, and what I really liked is like the moment task is over, we should embark to a new journey, be it
Yes.
in this world or in another world.
World.
So that itself opened the doors to many channels. Like it shows like how much we have to be open, thinking that we came to this earth plane for this purpose, and we are here until the purpose is fulfilled. But today I have also got an understanding, once we got progressed very quickly, our purpose will be fulfilled. It's not something that we have to wait until the plan. So I really liked, I enjoyed totally today's message. And yes, like also there is one more thing that you have mentioned, that do not ever stick permanently to one place, and that itself so shows the acceptance. For example, also how COVID has brought lots of change in the entire globe, that we all have accepted and sat at homes, and so many doorways has been opened, just like how we have been meeting on Zoom, how even the change has been. So just it's all about the acceptance. And even Bali has spoke about the love and compassion, and that we can never afford hatred towards anybody. And I feel whenever there is a hatred, I feel somewhere we are blocking ourselves, like we are hating that one part in ours.
Yes.
And even that, we have to inculcate the emotions of love and compassion. And the journey always starts first within, and it goes to everyone. So thank you, thank you, thank you so much, Andy. And I also have to say, last Harishchandra message is the fact that I realized I have to document each and every session. So from there, another beautiful journey of mine have started. So thanks a lot for doing lots of research about these great, great, great masters, and sharing on this platform. Thanks a lot, Auntie. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. You always bring up so many valid points. Yeah, I realize that this Master Bali Chakravarthi, he says that love and compassion are very important, and if we fail to do that, we have to again come to this earth planet, and so we cannot have hatred on anybody. And what you have rightly said, Nilima, that it is in our own, we are not recognizing our, or we are hating our own, some portion of us only when we are hating others. It's not like I love everybody except one. It can't be like that. That logic is not there, and we fail to become enlightened, and we fail to realize that everything is that one and the same. So thank you so much, Neelima. Wonderfully said.
Thank you. Thank you, Auntie.
Thank you. Yes. Anyone else? Yes, sir. I think you can unmute.
Yes. Thanks a lot, Pavani Garu.
Thank you,
Very
sir.
beautiful introduction that you gave before we went into meditation. As always, there are so many new things that you share, which I learned from. And today as well was one such case, knowing more details about Bali Chakravarthi. And then coming to the message, it is so very beautiful. You know, all these great personalities, great masters, they have shared their message in such a simple words that we all can easily understand. That is one beautiful thing that we can notice in each and every master's wisdom that had been channeled.
Yes.
And he threw a challenge to all of us when he say, you know, I have arrived to that stage at the age of 20. What are you at the age of 20? You should know.
Mm.
So it's a moment of awareness that brings with such a question that we need to ask ourselves, where are we now? Not at the age of 20, where are we now and where are we heading?
Yes.
And interesting thing he said as well is, although he's enlightened, he's a great master, towards the end of his life he was attached materialistically to his people, to his kingdom, which means whatever we are doing, there is always something to learn for each one of us. And that is key for ourselves to know what is it. And that is why he said meditation is just not enough. Meditation should be combined with reading books, with sharing experiences, and most importantly, he said, learning something new and implementing it every day. And that is where these two dots connect. One is that whatever enlightened you are, there is something to learn. And then he closes that loop by saying, learn something every day and implement it in your life. So, with this question of what are you at the age of 20 or what are you now, combined with these 2 points, we all need to introspect and see where we can learn from our own life. So, very beautiful message. So, thanks a lot to Arunaji, and thanks a lot to you who do a lot of research for these sessions. You bring in such a beautiful energy, and then as well you take us directly as if we are listening from that master. So, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thanks a lot, sir. Thank you for the beautiful words. Yes, every day we have a learning. Even I feel that because after coming into meditation, slowly our awareness increases, and we understand that there is a test we are undergoing, um, and we also in the due time we also understand what learning we are getting from the lesson. First of all, it appears to be as punishment, like, and it appears to be like I'm not able to bear this anymore, and all the grief comes, sorrow comes. But gradually, when we try to go into deeper, our deeper selves, inner selves, then we understand that what the situation or the other person is trying to teach us, and what correction should we make in our inner consciousness. And there is no end to learning, as Master Bali Chakravarthi says. Every day, it's a learning a day for everybody. And thank you so much, sir, for wonderfully expressing. Thank you. I don't do a lot of research actually, but I just try to see what the background is, because without the background, we can't understand. Though it is most of the masters are from the Indian background, and most of their background is connected to Hindu mythology, most of it. We also don't understand their message until and unless we thoroughly see what their life was, or what their incarnation was teaching us. So, as Patriji always encouraged to listen to each and every story. No story is less important. No story is more important. Each and every story is equally important. So we can't afford to skip anything, and we can't afford to think that something is less ordinary and something is extraordinary. So when we understand that, because all this I learned from, I didn't learn actually, I'm learning from Patri sir. I feel so fortunate that he's one such master I have seen in my life, that he taught us that a pyramid master is extraordinary, and when a pyramid master feels that he is extraordinary, he should soon understand and realize what is that thing which makes him ordinary. And if he thinks that I'm just an ordinary person, and that pyramid master should again think what is that which is extraordinary in him. So we should always be in that moment of that balance, being feeling that extraordinariness and yet that ordinariness. That striking the balance makes us a pyramid master. That is what the essence of a pyramid master is. That's what sir taught us, and I really cherish it a lot. I feel so wonderful, so great teaching in a simple statement. So anybody can become enlightened when we follow that. So I'm, I'm really fortunate to be here in this group consciousness created by him. And he himself says that he is an instrument. In one session, he told that I'm just an instrument. I feel, I felt Sir himself is saying, and that was my beginning years of meditation. I used to just try to understand what the great master is speaking, and he was saying that he's just an instrument. How come he is just an instrument? So he then told Lord Krishna is also just an instrument. Then I understood that at each moment of time, whenever we feel that arrogance, or when we feel that I feeling, me feeling, then we have to understand that I'm just an instrument, I'm just the medium. And then we are connected to that great group consciousness of this whole universe, I think. And this is what I feel. I should experience it more. This is just the beginning, and I feel so very fortunate to do these sessions. I don't know how far I'm doing it in a better way. I really don't know, but I am enjoying a lot. I just feel that that happiness and joy whenever I understand that, and try to understand, I should say, and connect to that great master. I feel that oneness. He's he's my own friend. That's what I feel with each master. He's no other person, or he's not that great person who is far away from me. No, I feel so very connected, so very friendly. And right from my childhood, I used to get scared seeing that prayers and all the deities. I used to feel that I'm not eligible to do all this. This is because I couldn't connect with that God Then when Patriji came into my life, then I understood that whatever I used to feel that I was abnormal. I'm not a regular person who should be in this society. So when Patriji came into my life, I understood that whatever I'm feeling in my heart is true. I'm not an abnormal person. Whatever I was feeling in my heart is there should be friendship, even between an enlightened master, great master who is considered to be a god, and a normal person like me who didn't realize or who is still realizing that I'm also God. So there is no disparity. When there is disparity, and it will take a lot of time to become that enlightened person, or to realize that godhood in us. So we are already gods. We are just, so Sir always says that we are already gods. We have just come here to have that human experience, and we are deeply engrossed in that human experience because in the society, in the environment around us, many people don't know that they are already gods. So we are succumb to that particular belief patterns, and now we are. I think spirituality is more of unlearning than learning. That's what I feel. So in this process of unlearning, it's really very difficult, but we have to unlearn whatever we have, whatever the belief systems we have brought from the past lifetimes and in this lifetime also. And that is the reason Bali Chakravarthi, my master, is saying that we have to become, we have to learn the lessons now. Otherwise, we have to come again and we have to start from the beginning with all the belief patterns we have brought. And we have to start unlearning and then learn. And all this process continues. But this is a beautiful journey which we are all undergoing under the guidance and friendship of great masters, Patriji, and all these masters, great masters who are so much of compassion and love towards us. That is the reason they have become, there is no complication here in this message. They are very simple because they are enlightened. And always an enlightened master keeps it very simple. There is no complication at all. Very straightforward, very heart touching. That is actually making me feel so happy. First 1,000 seeds of joy. The myth and illusion was broken. I used to get scared when I used to see goddesses because lot of hype was goddess gets angry. All these was being taught. But when I read Mata Lakshmi's message, Mata Saraswati's message, then how much friendly they are, how much cool they are, how much oneness they are spreading. That uh, really brought happiness and peace in my life. And then on, my journey is moved. And the start was with Patriji, establishing the friendship, establishing the freedom. So I'm really uh, very grateful, very joyful, feeling joyful to be here with all of you in this group consciousness. Thank you. Yeah. Anyone else wants to speak? Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you, Deepika ji. Thank you, Ram sir. Anyone else wants to speak, masters? Okay. So, Neenima, shall we end the session? Or
Yes, yes. So beautiful words, Andy. Very lovely to hear always from you with your understandings of what you came across. Before we end the session, Ram sir, do we have any updates to share?
Nothing new very soon, except okay, Friday we would be having the master class by Sharuji. So the details will be shared in due course on our WhatsApp group. Yeah. Thank you.
Wonderful, Andy. Then, yeah, thank you all masters for joining for this beautiful message, and looking forward for your next wisdom sharing, Andy, as always. And yes, thank you all once again, friends. And until then, let's meet for tomorrow's morning meditation session. And have a lovely time, all of you. Thank you all.
Thank you. Namaste to you all.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you.